Welcome to my channel Digital Challenge Academy with Rimanshu.
Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever opened a spreadsheet and just felt like you were drowning in a sea of data? Well, today we're going to show you how to turn that messy, chaotic file into an organized, powerful, and error-proof tool. Because let's face it, when your data is clean, your decisions are clear. So let's get into it. Just imagine this for a second. You've got a spreadsheet with data for 1,000 students. You've got names, marks, cities. It's all there, but it's just a jumbled mess. How in the world are you supposed to find the single highest scoring student without going line by line? That exact chaos is what we are here to solve. Okay, so our first tool in this quest for order is probably the simplest, and honestly, the most satisfying one. It's sorting. This is your one-click fix to bring immediate structure to all that raw data. Now, here's the really crucial detail. Sorting is smart. When you sort by one column, say student names, it doesn't just reorder that single column. Nope, it moves the entire row, the name, their marks, their city, all of it together, which keeps every student's record perfectly intact. You've basically got two main choices here. Ascending, which goes from A to Z or from the smallest number to the largest, or you've got descending, which is the opposite, Z to A or largest to smallest. So for our student data, if we just sort the marks column in descending order, bam, the top performer is instantly right there at the top of the list. Problem solved. And listen up, because here's a pro tip that is absolutely crucial. Your spreadsheet is probably going to ask you if you want to expand the selection. The answer is always yes. If you just sort one column by itself, you're going to end up with the right scores next to all the wrong names. And that's the fastest way to completely scramble your data. So that one click literally prevents a total disaster. All right, let's move on to our next tool. If sorting brings order to your data, then filtering brings focus. The source material had this brilliant way of describing it. Think of it like a funnel. You pour this massive data set in the top, and only the specific information you need comes out the other side. The key word there is hides. Filtering is completely non-destructive. You are not deleting a single piece of information. You're temporarily tucking away the rows you don't need to look at right now. All of your other data is just waiting safely for you, whenever you're ready. And the source gave us this fantastic little trick to make you so much faster. Instead of digging through menus, just click anywhere inside your data, press Ctrl, Shift, and L all at the same time, and boom, those little filter arrows just pop up at the top of every column ready to go. This right here is where the magic happens. With those little arrows, you can start asking your data questions. You want to see only the students who passed? You just click, select Passed, and poof, everyone else vanishes. Need a list of students from just one specific city? Click, choose the city, and your list is right there. It's instant interactive analysis. So think about it. Our first two tools are for organizing data that's already there. But our third tool, data validation, is all about being proactive. It's about setting up guardrails to stop bad data from ever getting into your spreadsheet in the first place. You can think of it like being the bouncer for your spreadsheet cells. Seriously, you get to set the rules for entry. You can say, hey, this column only accepts dates, or this cell has to be one of the options from this specific list. It's your front line of defense for keeping your data accurate. For instance, we all know a student can't score 150 out of 100, right? It's impossible. With data validation, you can enforce that rule. If someone tries to type in 150, or even a word like excellent, the spreadsheet will just reject it and pop up an error message. It basically makes your data entry foolproof. So, we've covered the tools, but knowing about them is one thing. Actually mastering them is another. So let's take a look at the blueprint for practice and engagement that was laid out in the original source material. It's not just about knowing the tools, it's about making that knowledge really stick. The approach was actually a really smart 4-step cycle. It starts with a practical task. Go try this yourself. Then it gives you a resource to download for later. Next, it tests you with a direct question to see if you are paying attention. And finally, it encourages you to stay connected for more lessons. It's a simple but really effective learning loop. And here it is, the exact homework question. This is such a smart way to reinforce the most useful shortcut from the whole lesson. It makes you actively remember it, which is how we learn. So did you remember the answer? Come on, you know this one. It was Ctrl-Shift-L. So let's wrap this all up. The path forward is pretty clear. Once you master sorting, filtering, and data validation, you completely change your relationship with spreadsheets. You move from that feeling of chaos and being overwhelmed to a feeling of control and being empowered.
And that's the real takeaway there. These tools aren't just about making neat lists. They're about unlocking the insights and the stories that are hidden inside all those numbers. So the final question isn't just about how you'll use these tools, it's about what new discoveries they're going to help you make.